We should have been doing this long ago.
Right.
You know, MIT's billion price product's always been out there. I think it's going to show that we consistently overestimate the true cost of inflation. That will be good on the government side of the ledger because, let's face it, CPI is tied to COLA adjustments that lead to government benefits, especially around Social Security. We have an aging population, and we have a government, unfortunately, that's going to be running trillion-dollar deficits as far as the eye can see. So this does play into the bigger picture, even if it's a little geeky.
Well, it is, but Steve, do we have to worry? Is this going to kind of be like the steroid era for baseball where all the stats have an asterisk? Is it going to be the old data is worthless now, or is this just a tweak?
You know, Brian, the existing data has a certain worthlessness to it, I have to tell you. And let me tell you my big hope for this. And by the way, that's a really good question. And as the guy from the BLS told me, the economy is always changing, so it's always difficult. Here's my hope. We spend less time gathering the easy-to-gather data. Why shouldn't companies be sending us files? And that will free up people in the BLS to get the harder-to-gather data. And let me give you an example. 70% of the economy we know is services, right? So we have one quarterly services report that comes out a month or so after the end of the quarter. You free up the BLS guys from getting the price data they can get by a file, and now they can go get service data, which will give us a more accurate, more timely picture of the economy in real time.
So, Steve, do you think that this is actually going to speed up the data and then it'll help us deliver more real-time, actionable insight to, say, mid-market companies as opposed to just the big global active multinational firms?
I think it will, and I'm hoping. I mean, look, these guys at the BLS and the Census Bureau, I think they mean very well, and I think the idea that they're trying to move ahead but move slowly is very important to everybody involved here. Like you said, this maybe should have been done a long time ago. What's interesting, Joe, is the reason this started was because this big company who won't be named didn't want the government price collectors in their store bothering the store people anymore. So, you know what, we'll just send you a file, get out of here.
Hey, what are you buying? Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. And it's very easy. And now it's much easier to do it. So, yeah, I think we're moving ahead. We're moving slowly. And it's a good thing. But we got to be careful of all this stuff like anonymity.
The show's moving ahead and moving quickly. I want to switch gears to the Fed. We got a calendar of the 6 remaining Fed meetings this year. At how many of those meetings, Joe, do they raise or cut interest rates?
Less than zero, Brian.
Really?
Less than zero.
Good movie.
Yeah. It was a great movie and a better book.
So you think they do nothing the rest of the year?
No, I think they're actually on hold till after the presidential election. Even my quantitative model suggests it's just not there.
After the presidential election?
Yeah, they're not.
So not only this year, but almost all of next year.
That's right. No rate cuts, no rate hikes. They are on a prudent pause for a good period of time.
For a year and a half?
Yeah.
Steve, does your All-America survey match up with that thinking?
Yeah, we don't go out a year and a half, but yeah, I mean, essentially people think, look, we still have a cut sort of generally built into the Fed survey, not the All-America survey, a hike built into the Fed survey, but that's waning fast. And by the way, when you put up that calendar, that's the calendar of weeks that I cannot take vacation, in case you're interested.
But it's just on Wednesdays.
Well,
so you can take, two days, come back, go back to fishing.
Like they say in Australia, Brian, I don't know if you know this phrase, but if you put a meeting on Wednesday, you ruin 2 weekends.